So now what we will do is, as I said, we are left with cash and debt and equity. So firstly, we'll start with the equity projection. So for that, I will add a new sheet. A new sheet will be known as equity schedule or just equity. Then the next step is to bring the this header. I'll just copy this header and paste it in this B3 cell. Right. So this is how my equity schedule will look like. I will just add the equity schedule, and equity schedule we can start. So equity schedule, there are two sections of equity schedule, which is your total equity and your retained earnings both. So I will just add equity capital or something like that. And then we call it as opening. This also we will do opening and closing. Then we will do plus minus. Same way we can just add retained earnings. Opening, retained earning closing. Correct? There will be some plus minus. So can someone tell me, in between the opening and closing of equity, like the capital that you have, equity capital, what do you think? What should you be doing plus and minus?
We'll add shares issued. We'll subtract share buyback.
Very good. So issuance, anything that you raise it, if you raise more capital, you will add it. That is called issuance. That you're issuing the shares and getting the money from the investors. And buyback or repurchase, whatever you call it as. So share repurchase or buyback, whatever you say, both are same. When you just buy back your own shares from the market, your equity capital will reduce. Correct? So let's do the first thing first, which is equity capital closing I need. So can I bring this 60,000 as equity capital, 60, 71 and 80. So I can just bring that closing figure for the next 3 years. And that will be the next year's opening, like this. Is that clear? Now, whatever plus minus increment and decrement, we will look into that. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing a sum of opening balance, any issuance that can come in, and the buyback that I will do. So the summation will be look like this, and we can drag it like this. Please complete this much. So next is it done, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next is, can someone tell me that if you have the opening retained earnings and closing retained earnings, what can be the possible plus and minus? Like what will you add in this?
Cash.
Cash. No, not cash. Anything else?
Debt.
No. So retained earnings is, what was the formula for retained earning I told you? Net income.
Net income
Minus
minus
dividend.
dividend.
Suppose you earn an income of 1 lakh rupees in your business, for example, and retained earning formula is net income minus dividend. So that is retained earnings. So what I'll do is net income minus, if you have any dividend. So you deduct that. Suppose you have 20,000 of dividend, your retained earning will be the 1 lakh minus 20,000. Is this clear that what is the formula for retained earnings?
Yes, sir.
So what I will do, I will add net income. The net income, whatever I've earned for a particular year. Suppose let's do one thing. Let's bring the net retained earning closing. So the closing retained earning 64, 82 and 102. So this is my retained earnings. Next year will be the opening, and then You will sum it up. Sorry. You will sum it up like this. So your retained earnings will be like this. Now, what you have to do is you need to add the current net income. So suppose this was your 25 opening. So you earn additional net profit, which is you can bring it from this 52,000. So this 52,000 net profit will come. The moment you will add it, your net income will retained earnings will increase from 102 to 154. And then you can just drag it every year. Your net income will increase in your retained earnings account. And every year you are increasing the retained earnings. Now, yes, you have, if you have paid any dividend, that will reduce your retained earnings because you are giving the dividend from your profits. So when you do that, your retained earning decreases. So any dividend that you have done, you need to check that. So as of now, we have not calculated dividend in this model. So we need to figure out dividend per share maybe that you have paid. If in case you have paid, there is no guarantee that you have paid. And suppose you have paid a dividend per share of 2 rupees or 5 rupees. So you'll be paying to all the share outstanding. So you can bring the share outstanding also, right? So if you multiply both of them, dividend per share into share outstanding, you will get the total dividend that you have paid. So for that, you need to check the annual report. So come to the annual report. I would say that everyone should do a control F. Control F is a search option, find option, write DIVIDEND dividend and keep searching till you get a dividend policy for the company. You need to tell me which page it is.
I think page 58.
Okay. Page number 58.
Yes, sir.
So page 58, very good. So it says dividend policy is provided here. So dividend rules and policies and what the company wants to do with dividend, sometimes it's mentioned in the annual report. So it says, can you just read it and tell me what is happening here in these two things, two paragraph? Everyone should read it and let me know your thoughts. So it says beginning to February 20.
Quarterly dividend. Yeah.
Sorry?
Company decide to pay quarterly dividend of 0.50 per share, 50 cents per share.
Beginning to 24. They decided to pay a dividend of this. But this is in 24. We are in 25. And we need the dividend for 25 also, not for 24, right? Year 2025 dividend has to be decided. So this said that beginning 24, which is last year, the company declared 0.5% of dividend quarterly. If the quarter is 0.5, so annual will be $2. 0.5 into 4 times. So that is on the Class A and Class B shares that they give. RSU, we don't need RSU related information here. Then it says that during the year ended 24, December 24, which has just gone by already, the total dividend payment was 4.38 billion and 6.1 billion for Class A and Class B. So total dividend paid is 4.38 plus this, approximately 5,000 or 5 billion dividend has been paid to all the shareholders. Now, what about 25? Because we are interested in 25 dividend, not 24 dividend. So it says, subject to legally available funds, this. We currently intend to continue to pay dividend. Means they have an intention to pay dividend. It means that we can use this information as the future. Means we believe that the similar dividend, even if they pay, what should be the dividend? If they say that they don't intend to pay, then I would not have forecasted this number. Is this clear? So they have an intention to pay dividend on or outstanding share, the declaration of payment of future dividend is at the sole discretion, means they have also given a condition that is a problem. And that is a kind of a disclaimer that the declaration of payment is future dividend is also depend and it is a sole discretion of a board of directors after taking into account various factors. So like what can be the factor which can impact your dividend payment, including financial condition. If the financial condition is good, operating results are good, if you have available cash and you have current and anticipated cash need, you know that if you have excess cash, then only you will pay, in short. So there is a good chance that they will pay dividend. But they say that they intend to pay dividend, so we can manage to do so. If you want to know more about it, keep searching on dividend. So guys, you should be very good, also very good with the research skills. If I ask you something that what is a certain thing, you should have a very strong way to search whether in annual report or outside annual report, and you should be able to get the information. So a financial analyst needs also to be a very good research analyst, right? Because you are the one who will extract the data from this annual report and put it in a model. If you don't know how to research, then you cannot make a financial model. And with the time, this will come, like you have to be very patient in this, because it is a very sometimes frustrating to get the data and you have to, use various keywords to understand this process. So I think so it looks like that they're ready to pay dividend. So I'll keep the same 0.5 unless the management says that we are going to increase the dividend, because dividend increase is very generally very slight, like 5%, 7%, 10%, not more than that. But since I don't have any clue or hint, I will at least be a little conservative and follow the same 0.5, which is a quarter. But please remember that we are doing annual number. So we will do 0.5 into 4. Right? That will give an annual dividend 0.5 into 4, because we are here to calculate the annual number. So $2 per year we are paying, right?
Yeah, but they gave the whole amount, no, sir. Oh, why we have to multiply again?
Sorry?
They gave the total amounts of dividends paid for the year ended 2024.
Yes. So we need to calculate for the full year for 25 also. I mean, this is what we are going to forecast, correct?
Yeah.
So we have $2 of dividend
Oh.
we are paying to in 25. That is our expectation, because they have said that they intend to pay dividend, intend to continue to pay dividend. And how many share outstanding people they have to pay. So for that, I need to have total share outstanding. And right now, the latest annual report can give me the total share outstanding. Generally, on the first page, you get the share outstanding, which is the latest possible. So see, I'll show you. It says on January 25, the total share outstanding is this of class A and this for class B. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Class A is this, class B is this. This is one place you can get a share outstanding, which is a January 25. Another place you can get share outstanding is balance sheet. So in the balance sheet 87 page, you have the share outstanding as 2190 of class A and 344 for class B. If you read it, the full line from here till end, you will get only these two numbers which are relevant. But the problem is this data is as of December 24. But we have more latest data, which is first page, which is January 25, 1 month latest. Like instead of taking a December 24 data, I would prefer taking January 25, which is more latest data. The latest, the better, because we are sitting in the month of March. So the latest that we can afford is January data, because February, March data is not disclosed yet. So we can take this 2189,898,148.
Yeah, but they will pay dividends for those shareholders up to December 31st, 2024 only.
No, that's not the case. For that also I need to check. Firstly, let me just put the data and then we will talk about that. That's a good question that you have raised. Let me just punch this number and then I will give you the answer for that also. So this is the number and class B is this, correct? I need to convert this into millions. So after 6 digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, can I put a decimal? Because 1 million means 10 lakhs in India, like normal wise, 1 million is 10 lakhs. So for a million conversion, I need to put a decimal before 6 digit. I hope you can understand this point. So which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here also I'll put a decimal. So decimal actually will make this a million value. This is my million value. I have 2533 million US, 2534 million share outstanding. So my total dividend payment would be that I'll be paying $2 on an annual basis to all my share outstanding, which is 253. And my total dividend payment will be 5067. Right? Now coming to that point that someone said that the share outstanding should be as of December. So we can check then at what date they are paying a dividend. Page number 58, I think, will help me solve this issue. So you see that in page number 58, they say, look at my screen. Board of Director will declare this.
Every company has its own, board of directors will decide that, sir. Either quarterly or like twice a year or like once a year.
No. They will pay 4 times in a year, quarterly.
Okay, sir.
There is a limitation in this model also. I'll tell you one thing, but let's just read it. Or we have to declare this dividend RSU granted on or after 1st March.
Sir, usually this information will be in press release, sir. After a board meeting or annual general meeting, they'll mention when dividends they're paying and to whom, like at what
Yes,
date
yes.
you have to hold.
Yes, you're correct. So 2931. Generally, see, the payment may happen in the month of March or something. So January data can definitely be taken. So someone was saying December, you can take December 24 also. That's okay. But I think the latest is the better. There is one reason, this reason. Second reason is that this dividend that you will pay, $2, will be quarterly dividend. Means that you'll be paying one dividend in March, then probably one is June, correct? One is then September, and one is December. And these all will be in 2025 of every month. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
The only limitation is that this share outstanding is as of January 25. So we are expecting that even in June, September, and December, even if the number of share increases, we are keeping the constant share of January 25. That is a limitation. You may have the problem with this, that sir, why we are taking January 25 shares? Because if someone is paying the dividend in December, September, and June, right, the share may change. March is more or less the same as January to March. There will be not be a much change, but they might be changed in here, but we cannot do anything about it. We have to take the latest possible, because there is no way we can forecast the share outstanding. It is impossible to forecast a share outstanding, because every time the share can change. It is a management decision to how many shares that they want to keep. So this is a limitation. I agree and I admit that, but you have to manage it in this way only. So this into this, and I will keep a minus sign here so that because this is a decrease in your net profit. So opening balance of retained, then plus net income minus dividend, that will give you a retained earnings of this. The second thing is that my advice would be that I should not be forecasting the dividend for all 5 years. That is a very bad way to forecast. I'll just keep a dividend for first year. I will not let, because see, it is very difficult for me to say that next 5 years the dividend is going to be same. And the biggest problem is that the share outstanding will definitely change in the next 5 years. So I cannot have the same share outstanding. That is not possible. So I'll just keep it blank. And I will just showcase that I have given a dividend only for 1 year of forecasting. That is the best advice. Because we are not sure on either of these things, two things. Clear?
Yes, sir.